So this is showtime. How to get back on track when you feel like a failure and you want to give up your online entrepreneurship as a leader. This is what we are gonna talk about today. You're gonna know how I overcame it because I was feeling like a failure, like an imposter. I don't know if that happened to you at some point, but this surprisingly easy technique and just 5 questions that allow me to get back to feeling energetic, wanting to do this live with you, share, and continue to bring value to extraordinaries. So, people here connected, you know how many people connected here? Zero. Zero. Why? Because this is my first live here. Okay, this is my very first live. And I want to celebrate the beginnings, because when this channel grows, because when it becomes something like that catches, you know, this is gonna be powerful to remember that everything has its beginnings. So here I just want to move forward because usually I do presentations here, but I want to move forward and full screen layout. Here we are. So I'm gonna be sharing this screen with you so that we can move forward. Remember, if you want to save time, visit weareextraordinaries.com and you'll receive for free my Kickstart Park to become a 1K per hour expert. Okay, we're gonna be talking about how is this important for you to become mentally focused, mentally strong, so that you can perform. And if you feel like a failure, you can recover to become a 1K per hour expert. Remember, 1K per hour expert is making $1,000 per hour with your clients. Thanking you for that, with happy clients. And you'll see me watching two screens. I have this screen for you here, and I have the presentation here. So at the end, I'll give you the 5 questions that will align you with your purpose. Okay? Again, that you will recover your purpose. And I am Mikel. For the ones that who don't know me, I'm Mikel Gironès. Excited to be here again with you. And I am a 1K per hour expert. And I want you to become one as well. Okay, as I was saying, 1K per hour expert, it's making $1,000 per hour. That doesn't mean that you are charging $1,000 per hour to everybody. But for example, you can have 10 clients paying you $100 each for 1 hour presentation, or 20 for 50, whatever it is. And I love sharing this with you. And I know that life that comes when you become a 1K per hour expert is a much better life. I started like charging 25 euros in that time. I was living in Barcelona per hour, and I was trapped in Skype calls every single day with clients, and then they canceling and scheduling things on WhatsApp and calls and this and that and that. And I was doing everything on my own. And I knew I had much more potential. So becoming a 1K per hour expert allows me to have the time freedom to now have this free presentation for you. So yeah, you can do things that are not producing 1K per hour, but makes you extremely happy. Like for me, teaching, sharing, communicating, and sharing with you. Okay, this how to get back on track, because getting back on track is key for becoming a 1K per hour expert. If I started telling you how many times I wanted to just like give up, because entrepreneurship is this roller coaster like this, and then you want to give up a lot of times, and it's tough, and that then team members come and say like, oh, I just want to quit, or I feel like this, I feel like that. So you have to deal with all the emotional part of your team, of your company. And extraordinary results, jot this down, this is super important, extraordinary results come with compound interest. Okay, and now when I'm sharing with you the 5 questions that are gonna bring you back alive again. Okay, when you're feeling down, remember, you are getting up again. Okay, failing or falling down, it's a possibility, it's permitted, but rising up again, it's mandatory. Okay, so compound interest is what allowed me to see this kind of results. Okay, when I was charging 1,000 per hour for one client, or even 1,500 per hour per client in some sessions that I was giving, or other programs where this 1K per hour was made with a broader uh, number of students and less time. This is what you can accomplish with compound interest. I got here after years of working, 2 years to be specific, to have my own events, to earn these prizes, to connect with mentors that are world shaping leaders, as you can see here on screen. And all this comes with compound interest. If, when I was feeling a failure, imposter syndrome, I gave up, I wouldn't be able to accomplish all this. So that's why today's presentation is key, and it's something that I really want to share with you. This is how I like to see it visually with this James Clear. I love James Clear and Atomic Habits, the book. I really love it. It became a very solid pillar for my other company, this one that I showed you, six-figure company around nutrition and exercise. I studied nutrition at university, so I'm officially a registered dietitian, and I work as that for 3 years. And James Clear allowed me to bring a lot of knowledge with Atomic Habits. That's why I also put it here and I give him credit, because as you can see, results and time, boom, here it's a 1K per hour expert. So, you are an expert. You are really good at what you're doing. You're great at that. When you start creating, you are in flow state. You are foo, 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 foo. But then it comes the accounting, and then it comes the marketing, and then it comes this and that, and all the things you have to manage in your business. And sometimes we start doing all those things, and we are getting farther and farther and farther for our genius area, the genius zone, the 1K per hour expert that lives in the genius zone and delegates the rest and creates a team around it. So to become that expert, you had to take a lot of time, to learn, to develop. You went through a lot of things, and you only know that. It's the studies you had to take, the failures that you had to learn from, the experiences, everything. And this is how, then, with the right marketing approach, with the right that you can see for free, and the mentorship that I give, it's to help you, to inspire you, to guide you to become a 1K per hour expert. It's just a way of monetizing all the value that you have inside, all the impact you can bring to the world, all the great courses that you can create, and put on videos, like strategic videos, modules, content. You can create this that allows for people to pay you for the problems that you solve, okay, for the opportunities that you bring instead of for your time, right? And I must recognize I'm a bit impatient sometimes. This is the root cause of feeling like a failure. I'm impatient, and I want things now. I'm a millennial, and usually people say millennials want things fast. I don't know if it's all millennials, it's me for sure. I want things fast, and sometimes it's like, oh damn, I don't see the result. And it's like, you started 1 week ago. Wait. I compare myself to others as well, and this brings to a lot of frustration, because I see on Instagram, I see 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures businesses. It's like, oh, they reached the 6 figures much faster than me, or they are already reached the 7 figures, or they are having classes, master classes with 1,000 people, and I'm doing master classes with less than 1,000 people for the moment. And I'm comparing with the things that I don't have, and this creates this feeling of I feel bad. I don't know what I want. Also, most of the times right now, I don't know what I want. You can see a video in which I was kind of depressed, but I wanted to share that with you on YouTube for openly. I wanted to show myself vulnerable, because I know that you are also feeling like that sometimes. You know what you want, and it's normal. And yeah, I think this is one of the root causes that we feel like a failure. We feel like imposters. We feel like, what's the point of everything that I'm doing? What's the meaning of all that? And I focus on what I don't have yet. And yeah, I feel like a failure because of that as well. So, how did I solve that when I was like free falling? And how you can do that too if you're feeling a bit down. I'm here to, okay, inspire you. Here, the things that I'm going to share, anything is new. You already know all that. The thing is, are you executing? Are you doing all of these things that I will share with you? Okay, we are getting there in a second. First, what I truly believe. I honestly believe that your online business should fulfill your lifestyle and not the way around. What do you think? Agree? Your online business should fulfill your lifestyle and not your way around. Should support you on being more time on your genius area where you can be charging or earning, making $1,000 per hour instead of trying to get out of your life, stop meeting with friends and with your partner or doing activities that you love because you have to work on your business when you can create much richer, much more, I would say, complex structures, but at the same time that facilitates you and saves you a lot of time. I'm talking about those strategies in other videos, so definitely check it out if you want to see this other part. For me, this is what I closed a six-figure online company, the one on nutrition that I was telling you. I closed that company because this was not true anymore. I wasn't fulfilling my purpose anymore. I just wanted to change and work with entrepreneurs and people who I would impact. One entrepreneur, one digital nomad, one CEO, and boom, those people would impact thousands of lives. And for example, now I'm part of a company, seven-figure company, and being part of the team allows me to, and directly as well, but also indirectly, impact hundreds of thousands of people every time we launch digital program, the different mentorships that we have there. So get ready because I'll give you the 5 questions, okay, that will align you with your purpose. Again, we are going there. Take pen and paper or whatever support, digital support you want to write on, because you're going to get back on track to compound interest and work that curve until you become a 1K per hour expert. Okay, in this community in Extraordinaries, we don't leave people behind. I just bring people to these kind of presentations because we want that. No! What do you want? What do you want? I'm doing the presentation, cat. So if you want more of this, visit weareextraordinaries.com and you'll receive for free my Kickstart pack to become a 1K per hour expert. Okay? And someday expect an obvious offer from me to join our paid members community. Okay? And this little Mao cat. So Mao, talk to you now. Coming in a second. So this is the technique. Ready? Are you ready? Let's see here. If are you ready? Are you ready or not? Yeah? So, the easy technique. Let's go with that. Journaling. Pen and paper. That's it. Nothing else. Pen and paper. Okay? Super easy. This is what served me. And is whatever, you know, notebook that you have. I have just a simple notebook here. It's not nothing fancy. Everything works. My pen, that's it. Then this is magic. This is what I call paper therapy. I love writing down and journaling because answering to these questions that I will share with you, I'm gonna reflect on and be like, okay, I see the point where I'm missing. Number 1 of 5. Are you working too many hours? This is my question for you. Are you working too many hours? How many is the ideal per day or week for you? First time when I thought about this question, I was working like 10 hours a day in a room, like closed room, not seeing the sun. I was working from, let's say, I was waking up at 9 without alarm clock. Good point. I already achieved that point of creating a life where I don't have to wake up with alarm clock. So that's good. I knew that made me happy. But then from that moment, 20 minutes after waking up, I started working. No sunlight, no sunlight, no sunlight, anything. 7 p.m. I finish working. It's already dark and I feel depressed. How many is the ideal per day or per week for you? Okay, so you write that down. You create those boundaries. How much is worth your time? Okay, how much are you really making per hour? How many hours per week are you working? How much money are you making per week? Divide that and you have your rate. And then when you have that rate, imagine you say, okay, I'm making $1,000 a week, $5,000 a week, $10,000 a week. Awesome. I closed a deal that it was 25K this week. Awesome. You made 25K this week. Okay. Prorate that in a month if you want. And then you are like, okay, how many hours it took me to close that deal that week? You have the rate. To whom can you delegate below that rate? To whom? Okay? Because it's super important that if your genius area is connecting with investors, is I don't know, spending time creating content, or being on the marketing side, or the business operations, or having meetings with your board leaders, then there's your genius zone. The what you can bring the most profit to your company, to your online business. What can you delegate below that rate? I mean, for me, I cannot understand a 1K per hour expert that still does the invoices, the emails, the posting on social media, the video editing. It's like, if you are doing any of those and you want to become a 1K per hour expert, we have to start delegating those. Okay? And I have other videos or other materials, weareextraordinaries.com, that will allow you, or will, I will share with you how am I doing it, just in case something inspires you or gives you the aha moment, and you can start applying it as well. Okay? Then, number 3, because sometimes we are feeling overstimulated by our environment. Okay? As you can tell, for example, here, I'm in this environment with a cat. I love cats. I journal that. I want to be in a space with cats because I love animals. And I like to be around plants and around, trees. And I just bought flowers in my room, and I'm leaving today. Well, I mean, I'm sleeping today and I'm leaving tomorrow morning. But I just bought flowers because I love having nature and plants all around me. And I was living at some point in environments too stressful for me, really overstimulating. The car horns and noises, and people talking in the bars all the time, and I realized that that was the thing that was causing me this overstimulation, this stress, this production of cortisol that created this long term stress. And I started to have pains here in this part of the back, and I started to go to massages twice a week because I was feeling really stressed and I was having these really charged, really like stiff. And I realized, damn, it's the environment. And that's why I created this question number 3. The environment sometimes is overstimulating you. If you are an HSP person like I am, high sensitive person, and you are an HSP, damn, what environment would give you peace again? What place can you go so that you can recover this state, this baseline of peaceful, of balance in your life? For example, for me, this is what I created. This is the place that I went. Okay, I took a 2 weeks trip, so I was kind of working Monday to Thursday, but then I had 3.5 days off during 2 weeks. And I recorded this video for you. You can find it on YouTube. One simple trick to keep energy high as a 1K per hour HSP, high sensitive person, expert. Okay, how I balance my life, and what's the one trick, the one simple trick that I'm applying since 1 year ago, every single week. Like, I failed 1 week or two, I think. The rest, like 50 weeks, I nailed it because it helps me balance my stress levels. One simple trick. You'll find it out in this video. And being time wealthy allowed me to take 3.5 days off from Thursday afternoon to Sunday. No laptop, no working, no WhatsApp, no emails, no anything, no work to do with the team. They already knew how to put out fires, and I could just focus on recalibrating, on finding this inner peace. Because when I'm feeling like a failure, like an imposter, the way to get back on track is lowering my cortisol levels. So I just choose to go to nature. Here in Mexico, it's fantastic. So, ready? 4 out of 5. Are you sleeping at least 8 hours per day? Okay, I'll give you the checklist that I'm following in this question 4 out of 5, the checklist that I always follow to know if I'm missing something. Sleeping 8 hours per day at least. Check. Training, moving daily at least 30 minutes. I have this Apple Watch here that allows me to track and monitor. I will share it here. This is the one of the best investments I could make when it comes to health, because allows me to track if I'm training, if I'm moving daily. You know how many minutes, how many calories, if I'm standing up at least 1 minute every hour. So definitely something that it's worth every penny. Are you drinking enough water? Okay, as I was teaching in my nutrition company, when I was teaching people how to become healthier on a long-term basis, I was telling them, don't try to drink 1 liter, 1.5 liters, 2 liters, a gallon of water per day. You don't have to do that, because water is also eaten with fruits, with salads. Okay, and you know the importance of that. The thing is, how do I know if I'm hydrated enough? Just look at your pee. It's the best indicator we have in our body until it's transparent, okay, or almost transparent. Are you eating 3 fruits per day? Okay, I just ate 4 bananas. Yesterday I was eating 2 apples. I'm just have fruit all over my room. Now that I'm in a other room, when I'm in an Airbnb, at home, even if I'm going to some I was going to say webinar, seminar, okay, in-person seminar or a 3-day event, I just put fruit around me. If I'm learning with some mentors, something that we all do, we every few months we go to seminars and we learn. So I just bring fruit with me. I put it in my bag, and I know that before going back home, I just have to have eaten those pieces of fruit. And are you catching sun for 30 minutes daily? This has been a game changer for me. I mean, when I started tracking the days that I'm happier, and I realized that other days that I catch sun at least 30 minutes per day. For example, this morning, I woke up, I did some yoga, I did some stretching, I took a shower, I went for a walk, 30 minutes. You can't imagine the energy that I had with my first meeting in the morning that I had at 11 a.m. because I just had time to enjoy music, walking, sun, 30, 40 minutes today. It's amazing. It helps me recover and feel much, much, much better. Okay? And 5 out of 5, setting goals. Okay? I had a mentor that said, set goals that it would be the roof, that would be the moon, or that would be the stars. Okay? Everybody wants to get to the stars, but celebrate when you get to the roof, celebrate when you get to the moon, celebrate when you get then to the stars. Because I don't know if it happens to you, but to me, it's like I'm doing something, I'm achieving something. I celebrate it for 1 microsecond, and I'm already thinking, what's the next goal? You know, I'm like this obsessive about goals, 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 and I achieve one. I don't even smile, and I feel like, woo, I did it. Okay, now I have to accomplish that, and this is so tiring, and I feel like a failure because I always focus on the goal that I haven't achieved yet. This is why, for me, journaling and writing down this that you see here, what would be a great result, and then what would be an excellent result, and then what would be an extraordinary result. Because here in extraordinaries, we are aiming for this, for extraordinary results. We don't settle for good, for great, or for excellent, but we celebrate good, great, excellent as well. Not just when we get to extraordinary, okay? Because it may take more time, and we need to keep motivation, but giving ourselves rewards. Okay, maybe 30 minutes of sun per day, it's too much, or 3 fruits per day, it's too much. But what about 2 fruits per day? That would be an excellent result. Going from 0 fruits a day, 2 fruits a day. Okay, I'm already in fruits and salad. I know you're already taking care of your health. The thing is, am I working less than 4 hours per day? That would be excellent. But working less than 3 hours per day, maybe that would be extraordinary. Or taking 3.5 days off every single week for 4 weeks in a row, that would be extraordinary. But if it's 3 weeks, excellent. 2 weeks, great. So you set these own goals. And for me, this is a way to have it written down, check it, and be like, would I be happy if I achieve this great result? Yes. Would I be happy? The excellent? Yeah. Extraordinary? Yes. And having it written down allows me to remember myself. Hey, the Mikel from the past was happy and signed that he would be happy if that was accomplished. So celebrate it, instead of thinking about the next one. And this is why, to remember myself, this slide is for myself as a reminder, and as well, if it works for you, you are enough. You are enough. And you will die. You will die. And the world will continue spinning, both if you accomplish it or not. The world will keep spinning. So chill. Chill. Okay? Because sometimes we are putting more pressure on ourselves than anybody else is putting pressure. Okay? We are more severe and taking the whoosh, 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 whoosh on ourselves more than anybody else. Sometimes we just need to chill and realize that instead of focusing on what's missing, what needs to be accomplished, what I could have been accomplished by now. Oh, other people at my age, they are achieving this. At my age, I'm at this point. Oh, look the difference. Look, like at the end, you know, it's about our happiness. So for me, realizing that and taking some pressure out of myself allows me to then even go faster and enjoy more the process. Remember, the extraordinaries, we are time wealthy and the owners of our time to do whatever we want, whenever we want. And for me, this is the one of the keys for happiness. To not just be money rich, but time wealthy. Conquer the 5 freedoms. Conquer the time freedom, conquer the geographical freedom, money freedom, relationship freedom, and purpose freedom. Okay? And for me, this one, to be time wealthy, this is super important. So, quick recap, answer the 5 questions. Okay? That's it. How are we going until now? I'm just gonna go with a final recap. 1, answer the 5 questions. 2, have clear goals and results. And 3, follow a plan. Because one of the reasons why I'm feeling a failure sometimes is that I see that nothing is working. But it's like, wait, I'm not getting where I want to go. But the thing is, do I know where I want to go? Because there's the saying that says, for the sailor that doesn't know where he is going, every wind is a bad wind. It's not the right wind. Because the boat doesn't know to what dock to go. Okay? So follow a plan. If you want to join the movement, okay, visit weareextraordinaries.com and you'll receive for free my system to become a 1K per hour expert. This is my plan. I will share it with you. Just join weareextraordinaries.com and remember, 1K per hour expert is making $1,000 per hour with your clients being happy and thanking you for that. Okay, that's the super important part. So, thank you for being here. I appreciate you taking the time to be around here. If you have any questions, just put them here below. I'll be happy to connect with you if it's afterwards this presentation ends. But in the next one, if you join realextraordinaries.com, you will also get noticed for when is the next one. The next one is going to be live as well. I love doing it and connecting with you. And at the end of these sessions, when we grow, we'll have time for Q&A and you will be able to ask me. So it's going to be a free mentorship, you and I, and I'll be happy to serve you because this is a passion that I have. Right now, I'm really happy with my life. I'm really happy. And this is what gives meaning to me. Not just becoming a 1K per hour expert myself, but also that you become a 1K per hour expert. That's going to make me over the moon happy. That's going to be my stars. You know, Helping more digital nomads, CEOs, entrepreneurs like you that love traveling, that love having time for themselves to enjoy with the loved ones, have the time that you want to have so that you can focus on your genius area. And that's it, and then get the great deals from investors, get the great deals from big companies, or also different projects that you help in group coaching in the same session. Okay, creating all this strategy with you so that you can accomplish that as well. I did it on the nutrition and healthy habits field, 6-figure company, 1K per hour expert in that one. And now I want to do it again in this one with extraordinaries. Okay. I want you to achieve results. You don't have to pay me 1K per hour. That's not the point of it. I just want you to enjoy this free content. Okay. Join weareextraordinaries.com. And if at some point you want to join the paid community, you will be able to do so. Okay. So thanks for being here. I appreciate your time and your attention. This is the most scarce thing that we have. And see you in the next live transmission. Mikel Girones from Chiapas, Mexico. See you in the next one. Bye bye.